everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I achieve this marble look. I've done so many marble looks on this channel. There's not much different, just different colors, a little bit different technique, but a lot of it's the same, similar. So this is my mom's previous set and they are 3 weeks old, maybe a little over 3 weeks old. And so I'm going in with this cone bit from Atwood Industries and I'm carving around the crystals. They were not budging with just the nippers by themselves. You kind of have to create like a ditch in order to get up under a little bit or right next to the stones and the beads. So just kind of digging a trench so I can get more traction. Essentially, I mean, this is good because we sealed in the crystals with our top coat and over the lip. So if you see how I put in crystals, you see why put them in the nail, but you see how I apply the crystals, you see why I have to go in and kind of file around them usually. So I'm going in with some nippers. These are from Glitter Planet. I've used them for a while, so they're not as sharp anymore. So I'm just using them to remove stones. You see I'm using my thumb to protect her skin, so just in case there's a slip or something, it does not harm my client, which is my mother. So I'm just removing any of the backing with that same bit. If there's any of the metal left or some of the thick crystal gel, go ahead and remove that. So I'm using this coarse bit from Poochie's Nails. It's an extra coarse bit, but I've had it for a minute, so it's probably not even extra coarse anymore. And I'm taking down any areas that have lifting. She's having some lifting. When you see me, I'm flaking it off with the file. You can also go in and kind of clip it off. What we don't want to do is injure the natural nail. So I'm just getting the edge of that product, but not actually digging into her natural nail. If you do not feel comfortable with the e-file, if you don't feel like you can do that, or you can, manage or differentiate the natural nail from the product and the clear base coat and etc., you may want to do, kind of kick off that flaking with a hand file or something, or with some nippers or something like that, something you can have a little more control over. So next I'm using the skiver bit, and I'm going to remove the dead skin on the nail plate, which is the cuticle. And I'm also going to use this bit to kick up any additional lifting. This bit is essentially a metal sanding band, if you will. It has the texture of a sanding band. It's just metal. It can be sanitized and reused for a good amount of time. It does dull down over time, but you don't have to change it every single time like you do a sanding band. And then also they make, of course, unique shapes, so you can get in very tight areas and work on the natural nail at a low speed and, moderate pressure without making any rings in the natural nail. So I just use that bit and get that dead skin. Next I'm using the round bit, as you can see, and kind of flaking off the dead skin and any callous skin. I've mentioned it before in past videos, my mom has dry skin right now. It's with the hand washing. My skin does the very exact same thing. It's just a thing that happens. So her skin needs to be, buffed and cared for and moisturized. So I'm going in and working on it little by little, just removing that dead skin and buffing it away as much as I can. I don't want to clip the skin if I don't have to as I enter into clipping the skin. There is excess dead skin that I cannot buff off. I am cutting dead skin. That is all that I am clipping with these nippers. These nippers are from Atwood Industries, and I'm just going little by little, and I'm cutting only the dead skin. I know there's a craving to go in and do that Russian, tightly clipped manicure and get all that off. If it's illegal in your state, your area, your, nail tech ethics, permit you to do that, I'm not here to argue about that. I'm telling you what I do, and based on the laws in my state, we can clip dead skin, and that's very obviously dead skin. After I clip it, I go in with that round bit and kind of buff up any inconsistencies in the skin. So I'm cleansing the nail after I finished doing all that, dusted it, went and cleaned up everything some more, cleanse the nail with acetone to dehydrate and balance the pH of the nail, basically use it as a dehydrator, essentially. And then I'm using the rubber base from the gel bottle ink. Now, as I stated, my mother has been having some lifting recently. So in later videos, this video is about 2 sets ago. It's about 6 weeks from when I'm recording this right now today. So she's had some continued lifting. I've used the gel bottle rubber base for a very long time and had a lot of success, as y'all know. But I don't know if I've speculated that because of, increased hand washing and just sanitization, having to use more sanitizer, we're very cautious. I suspect that maybe those products may be causing lifting issues with her nails. And also, there's so many changes in life that's going on with the season, with the environment, with products that you use in your day-to-day life. Who knows? So in the future, I do start trying different bases to see if something will just work with whatever's going on. Maybe her nails have just got used to this product and it's like, yeah, we don't like adhering with this base no more. It's speculation. There's different variables. So we're going to try to keep the controls the same and kind of just change the base and see if that yields us a different result. Experiment. She's my mom, as you know, as you may know. So I'm just trying out things with her and showing you how I get things done. I am a professional nail technician if you're new here, but everything's a learning, time and space to learn. So, and this is what I do. And when I have real clients, if something is not working, I have to speculate what may be the problem and act accordingly. In this instance, I'm going to change the product. Like I said, in the future, about 2 sets from now, you'll see that I change products and use the Light Elegance tack, and I'll be able to update you then, because I do have a backlog in putting up videos. I'm able to tell you guys a little more insight on how products have been working. So I just did a set in real life with the tack, and I'll let you guys know. So back to what's happening in the video, as I went off on this crazy tangent, I used the Cosmetic Pink to fill in her nails, and I went ahead and cured that, did everything, of course. I shape the nail. And if you're interested in a gel brush, Alpha Brushes has great brushes. That's not the brush I use, and I always tell you guys, but Alpha Brushes have great brushes. I have an affiliate link below, so you guys can check that out. So I filed and shaped the nails. I used a carbide bit to decrease the bulk, and the crosscut bit to file the surface. And now I'm ready for our design. So I'm using a few different gel polishes, the cherry, I don't know how to pronounce it, marble tints. I'm using a few different Madam Glam colors, and you can use code Tabytha if you want to check out their colors. And I'm using a white. You can use, Madam Glam has a great white. This is a white that I am trying out, that I'm really been enjoying, and I've actually been using this white for a while to do some line work. You will see that I use this white in the blood splatter Halloween video I did a while back. But I'll keep you guys up to date with some colors and products that I'm trying out. So I'm going in and painting the colors with white gel polish, whichever you find to be your favorite. It doesn't have to be the most perfect white. We're just using this as a base. We're going to put colors all over it. You can use a different color base. It doesn't have to be white also. And you can see white is a tricky color. It kind of shows everything, like pants and cellulite, like white pants and cellulite. It really does. So you can see any filing inconsistencies, which don't bother me. You can see them as I polish, because you're not going to be able to tell in the final result. You're not. And if this nail was going to be plain white, just like this, oh, I would have paid much more attention and refined that surface so much more and spent more time. I have to know where to spend my time at, and getting this 100% perfect surface that I'm about to marble and throw different texture and dimension all over is not at the top of the list. I want to make sure its structure is filed properly, but the little indentations and inconsistencies on the nail, I'm not worried about for this set. So I'm using this XOXO color from Madame Glam. This is actually a very beautiful nude color, just on like a sheer nude, like a clear nail to do a sheer nude. So definitely recommend. And I'm using a brush to move around product, as you can see, and I'm using a mixture of acetone and alcohol, 70% alcohol, 99% alcohol. I'm kind of going in between, literally mixing those products and just using them separately just to get different looks, because they disperse out the product very differently. So I'm dipping in to either alcohol, acetone, or a mix of those things, and moving around product and seeing what works and what doesn't work. And it's not really a science. I'm just playing with it. I want it to look organic as possible. Not that you see these colors in nature, but I don't want it to look, very strictly placed and, there's this line at this diagonal at this. No, we want it to look just naturally there, kind of flow. So you'll have, more colors in certain nails in certain areas, just different texture. Try to mix it up and study real, authentic marbling patterns, countertops, and kind of go with that. Again, the coloring's different, of course, but just use that as inspiration. So I'm just moving these colors around. There was an inspiration picture for these nails, and I do not know where it's at. Again, I did these nails a long time ago, but we did have an inspiration for colors, and that's what we went off. So I'm curing in between the layers of this gel. So as I put that nude color down, after I did that, I cured. When I put that pink down or the blue down, after I did that, I cured. And then I'm putting the next color, and then I cure. Yes, you can disturb the previous layer with acetone a little bit. So that's why I'm kind of cautious and I play around. But depending on the gel polish you use, it may not be that much. But you can see the technique that I'm going in with. It's not a crazy technique. I'm top coating to go ahead and seal what I have in. So I got those gel polish marbles done, and I went ahead and used the gel to top coat just to seal that in and lock it in. So what I do next doesn't disturb it. So after I cured that, I went in and applied this brown marbling tint, and I'm using alcohol. I believe I'm just using alcohol with this 99% alcohol with the ink, and I'm just spreading this product around. This is not a gel. It does not need to go in the UV light. What it needs to do is air dry. So just allow it a few minutes just to air dry, because if it's wet and you go in and apply your top coat over it, it's going to move it around and not look like you want it to look. So after I let it air dry for a couple minutes, it's basically by the time I finish all the nails, it's usually dry. And so then I'm top coating, and then I'm going to cure. Next, I'm going to go in with the gold marble tint. If I did not top coat before I did this, I would have moved around the brown, obviously. So that's why I'm, top coating when need be. So I'm going in and putting this gold where I see fit. I don't want to put a ton, just like some nice veining that you can kind of catch here and there. And again, I'm using the 99% alcohol and moving around this gold and kind of lessening it and putting these veins where I see fit and how I would feel like they would organically show up. How many times can I say organically? But I mean, that's what you want to go for. So I'm just moving that around, and then after that, we go ahead and top coat with the gel too. Again, what I did not show is with these many layers of this product, it can bulk up. So you can take a file and kind of go in and narrow out the product without filing it off. You kind of have to, pay it real close. But you can go in, top coat right now, file the shape, especially if you're doing like a stiletto or a coffin shape that needs to be sharp. Go in and regain your edges, and then top coat over again. And I've showed that in other videos. So this is our final look. I hope you enjoyed this video. I have a few videos in backlog. I have some some great stuff. I told you guys I'm going to put out videos, and I will. I'm relocating, so just give me time to get Rebecca set up and everything, and I have content for you guys, I promise. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like. Please stay safe, wear your mask, cover your eyes, wash your hands, respect other people, love the people in this world. Just, it's the time we have to look out for each other. Love you guys. Bye.